dialogue. We gon' tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall underground. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul.
What's going on, man? It's your big brother k-rino, and y'all are tuned in to another episode of
Underground Dialogue
podcast, where the name speaks for itself.
Yeah,
I'm here with my brother from another. Hey man, how you gonna forget?
You said you didn't say mother. Man? You said your brother from another.
Well, you went in there. Okay.
Keystone in the door, man. What it is, man.
And if y'all don't know who the man in the middle is, then y'all must have been living on Neptune for the last 15, 20 years. I gotta start this off by saying how happy I am to sit down with this brother because for two reasons. Number one, he is one of the foundational pieces in this city whose voice has resonated with the city, with the hood, from the streets to the suites, and other artists as well.
Yeah.
For literally years and years and years, man. He one of the realest cats that I ever have come across, and he is a pioneer. He's a legend in his own right and in the minds of many. And number two reason is because he don't do this a lot.
At all.
So it means a lot to us to have him here, simply because if he came to sit down with his brothers, you know, that's a blessing to us. So none other than the Northside OG, the legend himself, Mr. J-Dawg. How you feeling, family?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm free.
Hey, see what I'm saying? He's starting already, man. He's dropping jewels, man.
They say the Southside DMX.
With the DMX of the South. That what they're saying? Okay, well, you know.
I take that.
But see, when he said that today, but that's my second time hearing that day, because my homie Andy said the same thing. He said, make sure you tell him that we look at him as the DMX of our region, man. And that is a compliment, but I like to take a step further, man, because you j-Dawg.
Exactly.
You know, you an original, and we want to get right into it, brother. When did you start? When did you pick up the pen for the first time and decide that this music thing was something that you wanted to do?
Probably 9-5 or 9-4.
Yeah.
Me and Lil Mario.
Man, shout out to Lil Mario, man. And
it was the Ghetto Delinquents.
Yeah, that was the name of the group? The Ghetto Delinquents? Yeah, that's beautiful, man. So Mario, he was doing it before you and just put the key in your back, or you just...
No, we did it. This ain't 100% fact, but I put the house on it. His first rap ever, I had the other verse, or he had, the other way around.
Right, man. Lil Mario, man.
Together.
So he was at the Swisher House before you, right?
Yeah, he went over there. That's why it's Swisher 9-7 when he came, and then me and Slim came, the next trip.
Yeah. So I always ask rappers this question, great rappers this question, because I think everybody have a moment in their career when you rapping, you trying to find out who you are and getting your style together. When did you say to yourself, hold up, dog, I think I got something? When did you know you was really good at this?
When my OGs was proud.
Yeah.
When I was saying shit that made them smile and be like,
got that stamp.
Yeah, let me know that I can represent for them too. You know what I mean? Like I can be, speak for them too. And they was alright with that.
I always have a question. Your style is so unique. Where did you get like your inspiration? Not from like, I can see the Pac inspiration and stuff, but I mean just strictly from Houston. Like who's something that you seen where you got sort of your style from, or like what was your inspiration?
K-rino, man.
K-rino. But you don't got it.
slide him that 10,000, man.
Yeah, it's solid. My whole era feel the same way. I actually ain't never you know, the people I'm around, we all say the same thing. You know what I mean? Damn near at the same time. And you know, street military too.
Hey, I
can
you
see
know,
that,
Come on, man.
KB, oh my God.
Yeah,
okay.
I used to feel him in my veins, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pimp C, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this here because I've been to a few of your shows in the past, and one thing I noticed that I've seen you do at a couple of events I've been to, j-Dawg will be performing the song, but it's gonna always be a moment where you stop and actually talk to the crowd, and it's like you giving a sermon, bro. And everything, I don't know if you just plan to do that or just in a moment it just gotta come out, but everything that you say, the crowd be just like locked in listening to it just on words, because you can tell when people is faking when they grandstand. When you start speaking, bro, everybody knows that what's ever coming out your mouth, he mean that.
Yeah.
And it's real. It's connecting. Man, I can't remember where we were, but I was like, man, that dude, it's like it gotta come out. It gotta come out, man. Is that something you plan to do, or you just get in the moment and like?
It's always in the moment.
Yeah.
But, you know, as it kept on happening, it damn near seemed like a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, not the words, but you know,
The moment.
it just felt like I gotta give God his for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though everything is, you know, all under the God, but you know what I'm saying? To talk to them and tell them something, you know, I feel like with this gift you gave me, I gotta give you yours before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes with the songs, you know, because we telling our story, sometimes it can look like we glorifying certain things when we just telling, you know.
Man.
So I gotta talk to them. And then plus, you know, with the leadership, it's so scary.
Yeah.
You know, the leadership God to give you, you know, just the feeling of like, damn, I ain't never want to die, you know what I mean? But I sure don't want to, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Man.
I feel like playing with that job is one of the biggest sins you can commit to God, you know, messing up with them seeds.
Man, I don't think y'all have really heard me say it. It's the responsibility of understanding the power of words and the things that we can say that can take somebody in the right direction or can take an impressionable mind in the wrong direction, man. When did you first catch on to that? Because I know for myself, when I was young, would just say anything. I wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
either.
was it a moment where somebody told you something, or
It was Tupac, I think,
Yeah.
the biggest influence with that.
Yeah.
Because the leadership we watching, everybody following, and they would have died if he would have said die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him telling us to live made us want to live.
Yeah,
You know,
beautiful.
I remember Pike when he said one time he was going to the penitentiary and there was so many people that was in public, like real big people in like psychologists in prison that was saying, you the head of our movement, tell us what we need to do next.
Right.
And Pike ain't even know how to even respond to that.
yeah, you got damn near any game you can pick from.
Yeah.
Because what you saying and what you pushing is damn near every lick, you know what I mean? Everybody literature, what you pushing is part of their code.
Yeah.
And you know, I watched him get crucified for it too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That come with the territory, especially when you speaking against the establishment. You know, people will follow charisma and charismatic people, even if the words that they speaking are not good for them. People followed Jim Jones,
Exactly.
and they died in the process. People have followed David Koresh, and they died in the process. So the thing is, the character and the charisma and the personality can pull people in, but it's what you say and how you use it determine if you taking them in the right or the wrong direction. That's great recognition. I'm gonna tell you something that I remember, man. This might have been the last time I saw you when I think about it. When Wicked Cricket was sick, I don't know if you remember, I was at the hospital visiting him, and just so happened you was there at the same time. I don't know if you remember that, but we came outside at the same time, and Cricket was still fighting, and you was like you was messed up, because in your mind, you was telling me like, man, you know, these people don't care, man. They ain't doing right by them, and blah blah blah, whatever. And I just seen how you wore that on your sleeve, like, dude, you were so upset about what you felt like the OG wasn't getting. And I was thinking to myself, I say, man, this dude here, you know, he true to it because he didn't even have to share all that with me.
Yeah.
And try to wrap it up real quick. You also said, man, this made me not even want to do this music stuff. You like fed up with the music game on different levels. Is that something that comes and goes, or do you still feel like that at times, or what was going through your mind at that moment, if you even remember that, man?
Yeah, I remember like yesterday. He kept on, you know, the conversations he was having with me, the people he was having me to call. You know, and I damn near wanted to say, oh, gee, they don't want to answer the phone and not coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm knowing you down there sacrifice your whole life for us, the we.
Yeah.
Your whole story is about we. You know what I mean? Just to see that, and I was so frustrated, and you know, I just couldn't understand it. And you still asking me to make calls. Yeah. I'm faking like I'm calling some of them not. You know what I mean? Because I called 3-4 times, text me, Mr. OG.
Right.
I don't want to let you down. Man. And then, you know, he was having conversations with me like he finna be riding with me in a few months.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it was fucking with my head that we hearing that he might not make it.
Right.
And him, he not getting that info.
Right.
He was telling me, man, I can't wait to just ride on past the side with
you. Yeah. Cricket never gave up. He never had that moment where he was like, well, oh man, well, I guess it is what it is. The last time I talked to him, I guess they had sent him home, and he called me, and I say, what's up? I said, man, where you at? He said, man, I'm on my way home. I said, you on the way home? He said, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, right. But it wasn't even a couple of days later he was gone.
Because it didn't resonate with him.
Yeah.
I was with him every day, even until he took his ass, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not one time did I get the feeling that he knew he was gonna die.
Yeah.
But everybody else knew.
Yeah.
And that shit was bothering me.
Yeah.
You know, not speaking on anybody else and how they handle the situation, that's definitely not my, you know.
Right.
That's not my what I'm saying. It's just with me personally,
Right.
sitting there talking to you, and you know what I mean. Matter of fact, he's so solid. The last prayer that we had, he the one did the prayer, led it. You know what I mean? Still.
Yeah.
Now here it is, he ended up dying the next day, and you led the prayer.
Yeah.
You still, and you know.
Man, I tell people all the time, the only time I ever prayed in a nightclub was when Wicked Cricket was leading the prayer.
Yeah, I think that's what got me because, you know, I pray every time we move, you know.
Yeah.
We pray before we make our next move, and it's embedded in us, you know what I mean?
Right.
I know that's part of his DNA.
Man,
Wicked Cricket, rest in peace, OG.
Without a doubt, salute to the OG Wicked Cricket. We got j-Dawg up in this thing on Underground Dialogue Podcast. Bruh, your style, like Keisto was saying earlier, is not like anybody else that I ever. It ain't nobody that you can go through the city of Houston and say, well, yeah, j-Dawg, he raps like this guy, he raps like this guy. What developed your style in terms of like just, I guess your voice got a lot to do with it. You got one of them voices that draw people in. When I first song I heard, I think I heard First 48. You know, that's the first one I heard. I was like, man, he rapping different, bro. He kind of on some different type of style. Did your style always like that, or you developed it over time?
I think, for sure, over time.
Yeah.
Because if you go back to the Switch Highs days, you know, it was totally different than when I came home.
Yeah.
You know, from that last sentence, it was totally different. But behind intent, you know.
Yeah, right.
It was totally different. But you, Face, DMX, Pop, yeah, it was the narrating part that got in me that made the difference.
Gotcha.
You know, I couldn't see nothing else to write, but you know what I mean. You know, the whole story that I had to see it, and that changed. You know, I was just talking my shit at first, being young, rhyming, but when I started telling my story and telling the narrating part of it, that changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what changed me.
Right.
You know, that raspy voice came with it, but
yeah.
I mean, we not too long ago we was talking about how Pokey and like what some of the things that Pokey used to do, what made him stand out, like on tracks, like how Pokey always, regardless of what song he was on, he always had like that memorable verse, like oh man, he always stand out. Then a couple of weeks later, we had Youngster come in here, and we were saying sort of the same thing, sort of like how most of the stuff that he comes on personal tracks, he always has something that stands out. And I have to add you to that list, because I think one of the things that makes you stand out so much, I was playing a song for K right before you came here, the No Emotions with Kiki. Yeah. And K was like, that shit. and I wanted to come and talk to you about that and just say, where were you at in that with that? And then speak about Young Trill, because I don't even know that part of the rap at the end.
Man, I don't even remember. I know when I got to the studio, I was in the zone already. Like I stay in my feelings. That's one thing that's so hard for me to master. But Kiki, he did, knowing me and how he feel. He say, man, he told the engineer and everybody, like, let him do him. Don't stop.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I went in there and just bent it.
Yeah. See, and that's what I got. Cause when I heard it, it's like you were just giving it up, and they were letting it go. I say, see, that was smart. Let him go. Let him get it out. And what you just said, you say, you stay in your feelings, and I think that's one of your greatest qualities, bro. I really believe that.
I believe that too.
See, so many people so reserved. Yeah, but see, him describing it like that, like being reserved sometimes is cool, but sometimes people need to see you open up, because it helps other folks when they can see themselves in you, in your story. Because we go through stuff, we think we the only one dealing with it, and then if a great artist like a j-Dawg can tell you, oh, man, hey man, this is what I'm going through, my suffering, my pain, my struggles, my losses and all that, that's gonna make somebody who was ready to just throw the towel in, say, okay, well he
turned out all right.
Yeah, he turned out all right. Let me keep on pushing, man. To me, that's a great quality, bro.
Yeah, man. Man, you make me think about Nip, man.
Yeah.
One of the last messages he texted me, man, it just hit me when you said that. He said, man, I don't know if you need this or not, but let me tell you, he said, I almost quit, man. Right before I did not the Victory Lap, the album before the
you talking about Nipsey, yeah.
He say, man, right before I did that, man, I was going through a stage where, business wasn't right, people weren't right. He said, man, I almost quit. Yeah. He said, I don't know. God telling me, he was like, man, I don't know if you need to hear this, but something telling me to tell you. He was like, man, just don't quit. Yeah. He said, right before everything took off, I was about to quit. Yeah. That's what he told me.
Yeah, but that's something that you were saying, like I said, when we was at the hospital with Cricket, because, and I think what I told you was that never let the business in the industry knock you off your path as far as the creative side, because that's gonna be there for us. That's what God gave you. The industry was something that man crafted. The gift came from the creator. So I was like, nah, we can't. j-Dawg can't. We can't let him put the pen down. That can't. He got to stay in there with us, because so many people need you, and a lot of times we don't realize the people that need us and the lives that we save. So yeah, that message probably did come to you. Just ain't no such thing as coincidence. So that message was meant to be delivered to you, man.
What you said just did made so much sense right now. So, you know what I mean?
Nah, man, no, you are the truth, and always Have been, man. So talk about them early days, man, when j-Dawg name first started popping, bro. What was that feeling like when it was like, man, you know, people knowing me, they knowing the words of my song, I'm doing it. What was that feeling like just coming from the bricks to now I'm doing these shows and traveling and all that?
It felt like really the first real feelings of living, you know what I mean? Like really, you know,
Yeah.
I know I've been alive for, you know, all these years, but I didn't,
Start living.
when that started happening and, you know, I'm creating my name and I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel,
Man.
it felt like I was dead the whole time before this.
Man.
You know what I mean? You know, nothing, I don't remember no living feeling
Yeah.
besides that. You know what I mean? Unless I try to think of something when I was a little child up on, you know.
Yeah. Music done saved a whole lot of lives, bro.
Yeah.
And then that I don't know what I would be doing, you know, if I didn't do rap. This is all I do. It's all, you know, for the most part, it's all I ever did. So it's like this been such a blessing. And so, did you ever see yourself before rap? Did you see yourself being successful in something? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, or what?
Yeah,
did you have that thought of like?
I knew I was gonna be, you know, because I knew I was gonna help my mama. You know what I mean?
Man.
I knew that.
Come
You know
on,
what I mean?
man.
I knew I was gonna help her regardless.
Yeah.
And I died trying.
Yeah. Even through a lot of the ups and downs, I know you had to go do a couple of stints here and there, go sit down for a little while. Speak on persevering through all that, and has there been any moments where you kind of instilled in any youngsters coming up that, yeah, man, I don't walk down the same road, but the same way I came out, you can come out. Cause a lot of these brothers, they don't have no hope.
He does it personally. It's like, what makes it so personal that where you want, I've seen you just help so many youngsters in this game, and it seems like you do it personally. Like you have a,
It's all without that, and it's personal. It's my job. You know, when with the leadership, you know, God reveals certain jobs to me. They come with it. It's just part of it. And the way throughout the years he done showed me, you know, with the young, it's I like right now talking about. I feel the danger in my body, like just with me and God one-on-ones. You know, every time I get the feeling of how him, you know, showing me not to play with his young.
Right.
It's always depth behind it. It ain't never. I don't get no. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a feeling like he gonna just,
Right.
you know, tap me. Nah, I feel like this is what he would not. He refused to play with me about
Right.
them seeds. So my only definition of OG is all seeds must grow. You know what I mean? That's my only definition. You know what I mean? And you know, it's a job. It ain't no nickname. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know, because God showed me He not gonna play with me about these kids.
Yeah.
And you know, I got some people that'll ride or die for me, but ain't nobody strong enough for what he got.
Man, no question.
Just getting in his business and get them something
Man.
done serious. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I get out throughout my
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
It's
that's
confirmed. You know what I
that's
mean?
reality. That's called understanding the concept of having blood on your hands. You know, because they say the power of life or death is in the tongue.
Yeah.
So we say certain things that can influence people. Just what you said, we playing with God's children. You know, because they may not have the knowledge that we have. So we can
Understand.
manipulate and sway them if our hearts and minds ain't in the right place.
Yeah.
That's how people get used in relationships and whatever, business, because it's somebody that knows more than somebody else and they take advantage of that.
Right.
So yeah, so God's children, man, that man, that this dude, I knew it, bro.
Yeah.
I knew it, bro.
It was gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? It's your
There's danger behind it.
yeah,
There's blood behind it.
yeah, man.
And, you know, it's so serious.
Man, that introspective just the perception that that understanding that you got, bro. You know, you don't hear that in a lot of people, man. One thing I notice about you too, it seems like you stay connected to where you come from, and a lot of people, it's like a cliche. Oh man, he never forgot where he came from. Now you literally, you still be in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
You don't gotta come back when you ain't look.
Come on, man. Come
You
on.
know, that's where my job started with the leadership.
Yeah.
You know, it's way before the stage. You know what I mean, right over there. You know, where we tow shit down there. You know, I gotta build it back. You know, if I tore it down, it's just like my job. It ain't even nothing you get a pat on the back for. You know, the stuff we do for the community, that's our job. You know, there's no other way. You know, we don't get them cool cups if OG and them didn't buy them. You know, and at the end of the day, that's why we was all right with sweeping the glass out the basketball court for you and running to the store for you. You know, we never looked at it like you was horning us or nothing, because you always looked at it and we knew our jobs. And you know, right now, this the era for this is my job now. You know,
Pass the
I was
torch.
getting the gifts and now I'm Santa Claus. You know what I mean?
Man, come on, man. And I know for the young people, see, it's different when they see you all the time. They can touch you. They can talk to you and ask you questions.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
can
man,
believe.
he come from where we come from, and he's still here with us. Not because he have to be, because he choose to be. So I know not even just young people, just people in the hood, people your age group. I know they get a lot out of that. To still see j-Dawg.
You know, there's a lot of people who look at that like that's the dumbest shit on earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel like this is gonna be the reason why any success that I deserve. If I don't get it, they go. You know, they feel like that's the reason. j-Dawg can't leave them bricks, and you know. But at the end of the day, you know, I got a whole different motive. You know what I mean? But I also know the connection is more spiritual than anything. You know, of course I'm from there. I love them. They love me. But the job, you know what I mean? And I'm from a Warren block, so, you know, one of the worst feelings I ever felt in my life was holding one of the little homies' mama, hugging her at her son's funeral, and her losing her legs from up under. I'm talking about in the middle of the, you know, I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting there holding her up, and you know, and it's crazy, man. Just the mother's pain, you know. I ain't never felt nothing that I can describe as deep as seeing a little homie in that casket. I mean, some of them be so young, you know, I don't know one grown up that wouldn't be better trading their place and not, you know, wishing they, you know, death on them, just, you know.
Right. And also, too, I think that means a lot to the mother. I'm just assuming, you know, that it would be you. You know, that did you know her or you didn't know her at all?
Yeah, I knew.
You know, okay.
Yeah, I knew. And you know, being heavy influenced, you know what I mean, in their children's life, you know, sometimes I done got them looks in the funerals, you know what I mean? Like, you should have did something, like you could have did more. And boy, I'm talking about, you know, I'd rather look Satan in the eyes than a mother who, I mean, looking at me like I could have did, like, you know, because you understanding the same leadership that God gave me. This ain't coming from no title, you know what I mean? You older than me, you know what I mean? However, you understanding and you know that it could have been something, and I always believe them, you know what I mean? I don't even got to be in the same city at the time. You know, I do feel like, you know, I could have did something.
It's only so much, you know, that any of us can do on those kind of levels, man. But the fact that you stood in the face of it, you know, because that's a pressure that a lot of people feel. You're like, I ain't going to the funeral, you know.
Ain't no pain like a mother's pain.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Where do you think that comes from, where you put so much on your back? Like I've noticed that you'll fight everybody's fight. And even when Kay was just talking about with Wicked Cricky, when you went in there and you put that on your back, you have a song where you was at the funeral and you Forever in a Day, which is, if you hear that, Kay,
I don't want everybody to see me crying.
But I noticed you put a lot on your back. I was out there when you was doing Nip's thing, and put a lot on your back, bro. Like, at night, what, I mean, let's say, what got you to that point? To where you feel like that's your responsibility?
Really the same thing we've been talking about when, you know, the leadership. I come up in the projects too. So you gotta remember, you know, we programmed in the bricks, you know what I mean? And when it comes to mothers, you know what I mean? You know, we real serious about it, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even have an apartment over there if you had your daddy, so we know, you know what I mean, daddies is normal, you know what I mean? I don't even think none of my partners can tell you, even if you had money for them, what date is Father's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you right now, I don't think none of my partners can either.
Right.
Unless something happened on Father's Day or their birthday on Father's Day.
Right.
We don't know the dates, we only know mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, part of that, you know, in this music game and just in life period, you know, that's part, it came with me, you know. When it come to the little homies in the hood, you know, they mothers, you know, a bunch of them came to me when they first started getting size of them acting up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so by all means, it's my duty.
Yeah.
And boy, I feel like I had damn near had the gun in my hand when they died.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's on our clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And you can, like I say, you can't beat yourself up about that because you can't be everywhere at once. And
But we gotta be held accountable.
without a doubt.
Yeah, when you OG, you know what I mean, you gotta have, you know, accountability, man. And I'm talking about they heavily influenced with whatever culture we get them, whatever, you know what I mean?
That's right, brother.
When they come in, especially in the projects, you going up whatever rules that was already laid.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when you get in position, you can add on to it, but you can't take away.
Yeah.
It's just like a unwritten rule, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Right. You know, but not too many people even understand that.
Exactly.
They don't even. There's some people quick to say, well, "Hey, man, I ain't make them do it. I ain't make them do it," you know, or whatever. So I mean,
That's
just
crazy.
that's a step that I think a lot of artists need to start focusing on because you know they say art imitates life and vice versa. However you look at it, and it's true whatever direction you look at it in. So we just got to be more careful in what we present because you don't want that boomerang to come back and pop you upside the
It
head.
reminds me of the same spirit that Pac used to have when he seen them two cops jumping on that dude. That really wasn't his situation, that wasn't his business, but he made it his business to be his business.
Yeah.
And to make sure that they was okay and got out of that.
Because, you know, truth be told, I can't speak for Pop,
Yeah.
but I feel like I come up under, you know what I mean, his clout too. You know, I honestly believe, and if it was me, I feel the same way. I honestly believe we both feel like that is our fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
but it
supposed
makes
to.
sense, like them other people, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But we actually feel like we had to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel.
No, that's true. It is our fight because that's somebody's son or brother or couldn't get jumped on. It could be yours, it could be mine.
Period.
So it becomes our fight just because we gotta have that mindset, especially as black people, that we on the string, bro. The same thing that we ignore because it wasn't my family member, it could be your family member. You can get that knock on the door. You can get that phone call. You know, so that spirit is the spirit that's been lacking in us as a whole because so much fear has been injected into our community, and the police have served as that catalyst to that fear.
Yeah.
And then when they do something out of pocket, justice is rarely served.
And that's when you need that thug angel
Yeah,
to
man,
pull
bro.
up and make the difference in that situation.
And then the truth be told, man, we gotta always understand there's so many things in this world that are bigger than our own life, our own existence. And if we get to thinking that, hey man, you know, I understand we got families, we all got that, but at some point something gotta be worth dying for. The same way we focus on some of the superficial things that we say are worth living for, there's so many things that we gotta look at and say, I would die for him, I would die for her, I would die for this cause. Because, you know, I'm gonna still be here. You know, it's a scripture in the Holy Quran that talks about how I'm paraphrasing, those who they say are dead are not dead, we just perceive not. So when you putting in the work and planting those seeds in your life, you never truly die because your work will outlive your physical flesh. But some of us get so caught up in this and so in this, man, I got this, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Man, that stuff you're gonna lose anyway. Stuff you can get, lose and get back and lose.
That right now.
Yeah, you know, we the love gotta be more for each other than for the things that we think validate us. When we pull up, look at them, when they see me pull up in this, they gonna be tripping. When they see me with this on, and they gonna be, when they see me with this money, nah, man, let me see what you doing to make us better as people, man. So that's what I got out of
If
much
you
of what
part
you
of,
said, man.
if you part of the we, you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
part of, because a lot of people scream us, and
Yeah,
they don't know the half.
man, come on.
Especially when it comes to this city, because I'm so serious about Houston. I always been, and you know, it's a lot of people. You know, they rep little parts of the size and things like that. And I ain't knocking, you know what I mean? It was a time that I was, you know, that blind too.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's a big difference when you the voice for us as a whole.
Yeah.
yeah,
And man, listen, man, it's some people that can represent us in a way, man, that I get ashamed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, this ain't trying to cap with nobody or nothing, but, you know, we got a large community of artists and, you know, new wave, you know, legends, you know. If you gonna come, just be an addition.
yeah.
I take this city serious,
Man,
man.
come on.
Don't take nothing away. You can come be a part of it, but don't take nothing away.
Man,
No subtraction.
Man,
You know.
that's depth, man. That's a beautiful.
All the
See,
business.
all that make a
All the
difference. It's like the reason why it is where it is now, as far as the city, is because of the people that had that same mindset. I'm coming in to add to this thing. So anything that works against that is sticking a minus sign next to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, this dude talking in parables and wise scrolls, man. When he talking, it just this is normal conversation, man. So let's talk about your Swisher House day, man. What was it like at the peak of all that when everybody was popping and doing slim and everybody was doing their thing?
It was blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So I was in the
You
penitentiary.
know what I said? I think you missed that.
Oh, so you missed that?
Yeah, when I came home, they was going platinum.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
It blew my mind. You know,
Yeah.
I was, but not before I left. I just wanted to hear the hood riding by jamming. You know, I was shit.
Yeah, and boy, you did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did.
When I'm in the penitentiary, you know, I'm hearing Mike Jones, Mim, and all that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Here it is, a dude that I didn't even know rap. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I thought he was part of the promotional team, you know.
He low, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no shade, know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just, but when I seen you,
Yeah.
I didn't know who you was.
Right.
And you was, you know, part of helping us put the flyers and, you know, having the shirts. You was selling the merch, you know.
Yeah.
So in my mind, you know,
You never know what somebody got going on behind the scenes. They building their thing up trying to get to that point. But to be able to subordinate your own ego to put out flyers and help it, you know, that's rare, bro.
yeah,
That's rare.
yeah, Mike Jones amazed
Yeah.
the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
One of the biggest inspirations while I was down.
Marketing and promotional genius.
Yeah, because I couldn't believe it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I know it's people from his hood
Yeah.
that was, you know, like, not fucking with it, saying it's trash and
Yeah.
all that. That nigga took that shit to another level.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always say it's like Screwed Up Click. You know they started it in Houston, but y'all took it nation. Yeah, like nationwide.
See,
Yeah.
it went, to me,
Yeah.
and this just from my personal experience, you wouldn't even have one without
Not the other.
You know what I mean? You know, so everything going that we was doing, you know, we had a blueprint. And it was Screwed Up Click, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That nigga Screw was so powerful and we didn't know it.
Yeah. Oh,
He changed the world, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
man.
He inducted, you know what I mean, us in the dictionary with a new, you know what I mean? You know, and
Said he was gonna do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blew my
Spoken into
mind.
existence.
Yeah, you know, so it damn near was easy for us to be heard, you know, on the north, because immediately Screwed Up Click was so powerful and so strong. As soon as we did our first switch out, we was the voice of the north now, you know what I mean? Now it's the north just suck, you know what I mean? And you know, we had that era where, you know, we was all the north and south had that petty shit going. So, you know, in that era, immediately we was the face up, you know what I mean? All that shit benefited, you know, us in there. I ain't see it then, but you know, I know now.
Yeah. Hindsight is, but you know, I ain't gonna lie, this how you know when you make good music. Because everything you're saying with the north side, south side. Man, look, riding on foes, south side was jamming that, bro.
Yeah,
you know, without it, you know it because you probably was performing doing show. It's like that's how you know your music is, because it's transcending all of the BS. It's transcending all that other crap, man. Because people can't deny, unless you just got so much hate in your heart that you just gotta hold on to it. Man, you gotta let it go, man. Good music is not relegated to a side of town or to a region and all that, man.
Now, Riding on Foes was an H-Town.
Bro,
H-Town anthem. It
Right.
was north, south, east,
You
west.
know, it's crazy. I ain't never, ever in my life not got love from the south. And everywhere. That's why I'm so for the city, because I can't honestly tell you a story where, you know, motherfucker was hating on me or, you know. Nah, it's been the same way on the south, from the word say go, that it was on the north. And you know, the city, that's why I fuck with the city like they fuck with me, man, because they always, I don't ever remember a problem like that.
I love that. I love it. Like I say, it's them songs did it, man. And again, your realness, it projects through the music, man. It's like, man, this dude he different, man. We feel him, we connect. You had to be a fool to get caught up in that south side, north side stuff and all this good music that's come together. And so I'm so glad that era seemingly is over. You know, and that was one of the low points for the city for me, because that was beneath us as a city, in my opinion, man.
That's why I got to give Pimp his flowers again. Cause man, that man came home. This was the biggest free anybody campaign. This man came home with all this momentum, with the momentum and everything. Everybody waiting on whatever you say, and your first song is knocking those.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's talk about it.
Come on, man. Ahead of his time, bro. Ahead of his
And man, listen, man. You not from Houston, you know what I mean? And to me, man, that's why, man, coming up under people like Pimp now, man.
Did you have a relationship with Pimp?
Yeah. Not as strong as some of, you know, other, you know, artists, but, you know, we was even locked up together, you know. Not in the same cell, he was next door, I was on the other side, you know, we shot the shit.
Right.
But Pimp, man, I wish I could have had a strong relationship with him.
Man, I wish y'all could have made a song together, bro.
We did.
Y'all did?
Yeah,
where is it? Like where?
It's on YouTube. It's on.
Oh man.
Wanna go to war? It might just be war.
Yeah.
Take you to war. Me, him, and Bobby.
I'm gonna go check that out, man, for sure, man. I know they had. How'd y'all record it? Y'all recorded a new wave where y'all was in the lab together and all that?
Man, I had just came off the road. I was hoarse and everything, and I remember them telling me, man, just do it.
Yeah.
That you already raspy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can hardly talk.
Yeah.
They just told me their verses was laid.
Nah, man, I know they
Pimp
had
and
me.
Bun was laid already.
Yeah, nah, that's a good. It don't matter though. But see, it's because you know we live in this day and age where people are just snatch some vocals and put this guy on this, and they never even met each other. So regardless of how the song came together, if we both know we creatively putting it together, then that's the real deal. You know what I'm saying?
Man. But I would have loved to get in there with him while he was singing and going on, man.
And producing. See, 'cause that's the underrated side of Pimp C is his production talent, man. See, Pimp was one of the first dudes in the city, if not the first, that would make a track and then bring guys in to play live instruments over the track. We was sampling and drum machining and all that. He would lay something down and like, nah, I'm gonna bring in a lead, and you heard it all in them songs. That's why that sound, the UGK sound, was like it was. You know, he was just different, man.
Man, there's so many things set him apart.
Yeah.
One of the major things that resonate with me is how connected he was to the old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, before him, you know, because I'm the same way. I think when you grow up in the projects, you know, Betty Wright and all of, you know what I mean?
You hearing all that.
I'm talking about, I don't remember ever buying no CD,
Yeah.
no OJs, no Marvin Gaye.
Right.
But to know every song word for word,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember even learning it.
Right.
I mean, but just being, hearing it so much. And Pimp was the king of bringing them old school songs back. I know a lot of people don't even know it. And when he's singing and doing his words to the melody, man, it's just like to know all them old songs like I do, I'm like, damn, he got that one.
Yeah.
He did that one, you know. He ain't just sample that motherfucker. He sung on that. Yeah.
Nah, he's a true artist, man. You know.
Pimp is one of a kind, man.
Yeah.
That nigga confidence is something that you can really learn from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for a man to have that kind of confidence and yet remain humble, you know what I mean?
Right.
Man.
Yeah. And he cared. He cared. You know, like
That's
you
the
say,
biggest. That's
when
the
he come
biggest.
home and make them songs where you talk about knocking those down, and he cared because he saw the direction that
It was
he felt
going.
the city was going. Like, this ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be right.
And it was all because of the lack of information.
Yeah.
That's it. It was all because of lack of information.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you are that now, in my opinion, because to me, we don't see or hear you a lot. You know, life getting in the way. You've been doing what you're doing, but what that does, it makes it to where when you do come out and say it, the focus is more locked in because it's like, well, we don't hear from j-Dawg a lot, but so he's talking, we need to lock in. You know, so I mean, to me, you represent one of the artists now that kind of fit in that same mold because you speak like you like ancient wisdom, you know what I'm saying, just in your regular conversation, bro. And it don't take long for people to catch that. Like, this dude just talking and he just said something that I got to go home and parse it and break it down and study it, you know what I'm saying? If you got what can you talk about, like your bloodline, your father, grandfather?
Mama give you that?
Yeah, I need to know where that came from, bro.
Yeah. Mama most definitely.
Yeah.
We didn't have a real religious background, but spiritual.
Right, right. I got you.
And you know, I think that's the difference in me. I've been connected to God and knowing for a long time. Like knowing He revealed Himself to me a long time ago.
Yeah.
And to that relationship, just the knowing part, you know, believing is one thing.
Yeah.
For whoever believes, congratulations, but you still got an option not to. You know what I mean? But when you know, nigga, you don't gotta believe it all. This is fact, you know what I mean? And knowing God, it changed everything.
Yeah.
Especially with me, you know, like nobody got to warn me that he ain't gonna play. Nobody. He actually took my talent from me too.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, he took it. I couldn't write a rap, couldn't even think. Like, just being an artist, I know y'all know.
Yeah.
To not even be able to put a bar together in your head,
Right.
it don't make no sense. You know what I mean?
That scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, like we can talk out a bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, just to not even be able to put it in your head, beating on my chest in jail, I couldn't even get you know what I mean?
Right.
This is like natural to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even write, you know what I mean? You know, so when God did that and He let me know He did it, man, and I couldn't write nothing, my whole sentence. When I came home, all my partners just knew, but I know you
got 9,000 albums.
I
Yeah.
ain't wrote one rap.
Yeah.
Wow.
And didn't know that I would ever be able to do it again.
Right.
Man, that was the closest.
How long did that last?
My whole sentence.
How long was that?
A little over 2 years.
2 years. So 2 years you just ain't had nothing.
Not one.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you know, me coming from the streets, used to smoke water and shit. You know, I'm scared as fuck. I'm like, did I burn myself?
You done fried the brain cells.
Yeah, and then I'm like, God,
yeah.
hey, you left me with a reprobated mind, or you done? You know what I mean? You done with me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So man, when I came home, I couldn't believe it. And not just so happened to go to the studio, you know, not telling nobody what's going on, but they just know, man, let's get you in the studio.
Right.
All right. When I got in there, he didn't just give it back. It was all the way different than it ever been. You know what I mean? All the way different. It was all the way different. I couldn't believe it.
How long did it take before it came back once you got home?
As soon as I got in there.
As soon as you hit the lab?
As soon as I got in there and got by myself,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, I was still thinking it wasn't there, so I was cautious to get in the group with them really trying to act like I don't feel hanging in the mood.
Yeah.
As soon as I got by myself,
Yeah.
and you know, I remember thanking him. That, you know, that's not hearing about my mama, you know, needing a kidney and going through her sickness while I was in there. That made me cry one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got real bad, and not being able to do the music, him taking that, I shed tears from it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember crying about nothing else other than my partner getting killed when I was gone. So at the end of the day, when he gave it back, you know, I knew he did it, and I was thanking him. Then I was really shocked, because I was like, I know you can do whatever you want, you the Almighty, but in my mind, I just didn't think you'll ever do that.
Right.
How you gonna forget something you ain't never had to learn, you know what I mean?
Man, that's strong.
It's natural, you know? And,
You know what's so crazy when you talk, I was thinking about, because see the way God works, He's the one who grants us the gifts.
Mhm.
So the gift is really not ours, it's His. It's
Exactly.
on loan. He can withdraw at any time He wants to
I
take it
said
from.
that at the show the other day. You heard me say that?
He said that, so shake my head like this.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
the gift ain't mine. Yeah.
And it's up to us to figure out why. See, and you know this just like Keisto, you know, so I remember when the DOC got his throat. Yeah. So he was the hottest rapper in the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Top album
Now you can't
out.
even talk.
And now he can't even really speak the way if you get into the accident, bro, and the one thing that is your instrument, that's the reason why you are what you are, you lose that, you start asking, well, you know, why did it happen? Why did God allow that to happen to me? You know, so that's what I was thinking about the whole time you were saying that. But the blessing is that yours came in the form, in a way that it was able for him to say, all right, well, here you go. What do you think his message was in that, to take it away in the first place?
To show me you can.
Yeah.
To show me you can.
Yeah.
He was already, you know, because keep in mind the leadership and all that was understood at a young age. So as I'm growing in it, you know what I mean? He already showed me he did that.
Yeah.
So he was teaching me at the same time that if you play with this, I'll take it away from you. You know what I mean? You can't. And he was showing me that this is more about his little ones than me.
Right.
I mean, he was showing me that.
Right.
And he was letting me know, you think if I took your talent away, I'll bust your head too.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? He
right.
was showing me like, yeah.
Right.
And I'm getting all this from,
Yeah.
you know, so it was coming off in the music and everything. You know,
Yeah.
that's where the talking come from at the shows,
Yeah.
because you made a point of me knowing that this is the main job. Yeah, this gift. You know what I mean? I remember I take that in the interview too. It's damn near like the gift with me. It feels more like a Superman or a Batman type shit. You gotta be needed by the people for you to even activate.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean?
man. Come on.
It's like this gift is only for them. You know
Come
what
on,
I mean?
man.
You still regular old Clark Kent until they need you. You know what I mean?
Man, go in the phone booth. Yeah.
And this is your
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you know what I mean? I gave you this gift for this.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with, you know, it's not mine.
Do you remember that first song that you made that you was able to remember that?
Express that.
That's the same song?
When you got it back.
What was that first song you made? You remember?
It was it was a Bounce Out CD. Oh, do I remember words?
No, I just meant the title of the song.
Nah, it was I rapped on a Tupac beat. What you know about war scars and tattoo tears, being locked up for years, looking for love, but ain't nothing here. I was so young, man.
Well,
But I told that story. It's crazy because I think that's what a lot of people hear in my music too. They know I'm scared of God. You know what I mean? They know it. You know.
Yeah, love that, man.
They know that's the only fear.
Come on, man. Come
They
on.
know
Man.
that. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. We better be scared of it.
yeah.
We better be scared of it. You know, it's funny because a lot of the things that you say is like it makes you understand. Since this whole conversation started, it makes me understand where the greatness of your song, your content. Did your content change after that, or was you kind of like, okay, I still have some cleaning up to do?
Content definitely changed.
Yeah,
And I definitely know I had some cleaning up to do.
yeah.
You know, once God started letting me know how serious he gonna be with me, I knew this is a different kind of situation. Like, I knew that this wasn't my gift, but it's my gift, you know what I mean? But this is your job, yeah.
When I was young, I always thought about just the music, and I knew it was a gift. But as I got older, I learned that the music was only the vehicle that he gives us to pass on the message.
Right.
The message is bigger than the actual music. We can do anything we want with music. You can put out some crazy mad and some trash, but it's the message. See, everything, like, you know, we ain't no ministers and preachers, we gotta let that be known, but we are people that believe in God and believe in a higher power. Everything that he gives us to do is to glorify him.
Everything.
To give him the credit, the praise, and to be a benefit to others. So once you know that, it's like, you know what? It's about this message, bro.
It makes sense.
Yeah, the music got to be the platform. It's the message. The message is gonna outlive anything we did, any house I got in, and whatever I had. The message is gonna be there. That's why we still talk about Malcolm. That's why we still talk about Martin Luther King. That's why we still talk about anybody that have been gone for decades, but their names come up. That's why we still talk about Screw.
Yeah.
You know, Pimp C, Pop, Nipsey, because what they laid out and established in a short period of time is something that's going to outlive and go through generations. That should be the goal of every artist, not to be fly by night. Not to just jump on a wave to say, what can I do that's gonna etch me in history to where people are talking about me 50 years from now.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
I really believe that you fall in that category because now, especially with social media, bro, to where even if it's not a song, like we talked about, if you at a show just breaking it down, it's like, man, somebody gonna extract something out of that that's gonna be like, man, yeah, the concert was dope, but did you hear what he was saying when he just started talking to the crowd, bro? You know, I witnessed through my own eyes.
And I always love this positive outlook on so many things. I remember one time when Ro and Trey was going through it, and everybody had so much negative to say about it. Then you listen to J-Dawg and what his perspective on it, and it turned you all the way around.
Grown up in the room.
Yeah, it got them to grow up. That's what we doing right here.
Yeah, y'all trying to divide, and I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that. I saw it. It's like somebody got to be the grown up in the room because the first thing that happens when two people have the issue is people start choosing sides. I'm with him, you know. And so it's like, but it's fake to me because it's like, okay, well, you know what, when they was cool, that made me feel like it was one of them that you never liked in the first place.
Gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? So now, I remember when you did that, brother.
I don't know one real person can break up any kind of family.
Yeah,
You know, and feel like, you know, it was deserved or they did the right thing. It just don't happen.
Yeah.
You know, when we see brothers fight, you know, we always do, even if we let them fight for whatever reason.
Yeah.
We always do, man, them brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we knew they was gonna understand that one day. You know, so when it come to them, you know what I mean, the whole situation, you know, being the way I feel about the city, I take everything personal.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't get no winning feeling period
No, not at
out
all.
of that situation for the city. You know?
Not at all. We took a L, you know, all the way around.
We took it,
Yeah.
and we gotta eat that, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, but it is, you know, every time disaster strike, it's the best time to build, you know, so.
Yeah.
But for the people who choose sides and all that, you know, they've been doing that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They, you know, you get to see their motives sometime when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people been pushing this division.
Waiting in the wings for something to happen. But you know, again, they go back to what we was talking about with the police officers and all that, with Pac and all that. We make the mistake of applying our opinions and views on stuff in a negative way, never considering if we was in the situation like that. How we want to, you know, we got to treat people like people. It don't matter if it's a celebrity, there's somebody that everybody know. They don't deserve mistreatment just like you don't deserve mistreatment. And so we always be focused on treating people the way you want to be treated.
Gotcha.
You know, it's a simple principle, man, but it'll cure 95% of a lot of our problems. Yeah, straight up, man, straight up. Just when you think before you, and I'm a lot of probably said think 5 times before you speak. You know, some of us don't even think once. We just blurt it out, just straight on emotion, and then before you know it, it's like when you hit that send button, you just said something that you can't pull back in.
Right.
It's a wrap, man. You working on any new music that the people need to know about?
Yeah, man. I got a few projects. Really, I got so much music. Just, you know, over the times I've been sitting back.
Yeah.
But right now, man, I'm in that zone. You know what I mean? So I'm finna do my job. I just wanna, you know, make sure I did what I was supposed to do. That's it. You know what I mean? That's my goal line now. I wanna complete. I don't want to live with these incompletes. I got a lot of incompletion. That's one thing. I have me living in regrets if I don't complete. You know?
Business wise, you're saying that you got a lot of stuff loaded up, ready to go. How are you putting that out now? Because I know back in the day, did you ever have like a contract with Switch House, or you just kind of just riding the team?
We actually was the beginning of the whole thing. So it was paperwork
wasn't set up like that at the time.
No such thing.
I remember one time, whatever happened, I remember one time when First 40 came out, and you was on the radio one time, you was saying you had got this big old deal. Did that ever go through?
Yeah, I think they were putting extra on the saying how big it was. It was all with Koch at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a cool situation, you know.
What I was gonna ask is that now, so is this music that you putting out on your own label, on your own? How have your business hand strengthened and evolved over the years?
Man, it done got 100% better.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm talking on a scale of 1 to 10, I was a 1.
Yeah,
you be k-rino.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I say it all the time, bro. It ain't no shame in coming through them stages like, hey man, we came in this thing not knowing what, you know what I'm saying? But it's a blessing to
keep learning.
Yeah.
I think the smartest thing I could have ever done is trust, you know, in team, and you know, because most of the things with the music business, most of the things that I do constantly is what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
I'm still not passionate about the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
just to know, you know, when God sends somebody your way, have people on you know, in your circle, in your team.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people who can do some of these jobs and don't even know they can. You know what I mean? But God put you with them for a reason, so you gotta know whatever y'all need, y'all got. You know what I mean?
Right.
gotta find it in each other, bring it out of each other, but it's there. You know, so just trusting in God and team, probably the best thing could ever happen on the business level, because I still don't have no passion for it.
You got a label, or I know you said you
Yeah,
don't
no
pass-
silly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speak about that. The new, what is it? Same water, new ways.
New wave, same water.
Okay.
It's just part of my way of life, you know what I mean, when it comes to Houston.
Yeah.
You know, 1A charter, you know, that's what I believe in. New wave, same water,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Because right now we have a real serious problem. To me, it's worse than Corona.
Yeah.
I mean, with the divide between the young and the old.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
And I just can't understand it, you know.
Yeah. It's been a disconnect for a while because we place one places accusation on the other. Like the old would say, they don't respect us, they don't pay homage,
listen.
and the young, don't listen, and the younger are like, well, man,
You ain't
y'all
saying
ain't gave
shit.
us no guidance, you ain't saying nothing,
You ain't saying
so
shit.
we gonna take the lead, and then you critical. See, when that argument comes up, I'm more critical on my generation than I am on the
Way
younger
more.
generation, cause I know the spots where we dropped the ball at.
I say that constantly, man. Listen, the only blame I see, just dealing with my one-on-one with God, like go
Yeah.
back to that.
Yeah.
The only blame he made me feel is on us, you know,
Right.
the leader position. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Leader position. See, if we're the leader position and those who are coming up behind us are not in the right position, that means we didn't lead right.
That's the only thing. I mean, you know, we failed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a lot of them hard-headed and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% sure if God put them under your leadership, they'll listen to you. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn if you gotta learn another language. You know what I mean? However you deliver it, like we
Right.
airplane mode with the kids playing,
Right.
you give them the vegetable.
Make them eat it.
But you don't have an
Yeah,
option
yeah.
not to.
Right. That's right. Come on,
Yeah, you don't
man.
have an option not to.
Come on, man.
And you know, if you a righteous, you know, leader in your community or what, you know, in your home, if it's any leaders around you lead wrong,
Yeah.
you
Run them off.
exposing them
Yeah.
and all that is what your job is.
That's right.
But you gotta immediately go do what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, man.
I mean, just cause you checked this nigga for being the fake motherfucker, know what I mean? The job still need to be
Still
done.
need
you know
to
what
be
I mean?
done.
Yeah,
Still
so
need
you
to
don't,
be
to me, you
Yeah.
don't get no reward or no credit from me checking them and not fixing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. The void is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs need to be fulfilled, man. And, you
Yeah,
know,
cause it's more about empowering than exposing, you know what I mean?
and fixing it. You know, it's like if we gonna complain about a food desert and people are hungry and then you expose somebody that was scamming with the food money and then you just go back home, the people still need to eat. So
Yeah.
let's figure that out, you know. But that
That
goes
was
back
one of
to
my
your
problems
that go back to your presence in the hood, still being in the hood, people still seeing you. I've seen times where y'all have had the things in the neighborhood and all that, man. I've seen all that. So it's filling the void. Now people say, man, we ain't got the money that the city got. We ain't got. They don't mean nothing. You know, a lot of people come together can make just bigger of an impact. You know, not better, and they gonna appreciate it more because j-Dawg there, Slim there, Mario there,
Right.
make a difference.
We used to always say you can't help everybody, but you can help somebody,
Yeah.
and just go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Start.
even if you just use the two arms he gave you.
Yeah.
I believe one is,
Yeah.
you know, going this way, reaching for your goal, the other one is to pull something, you know.
Yeah.
To me, you know your job. I mean,
right.
to me, I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. But the way God done dealt with me, I just don't see him playing no riddles with nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, everybody know their job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, even if they don't like it. You know what I mean? Some people don't like their job. You know what I mean? But you know. You know what I mean?
The assignment is real. You know, you say this, it make me think about the prophets. A lot of times when God would assign a prophet, the prophet didn't always want the silence.
They wanna do it.
Exactly, you know.
They have no choice.
Right.
That's how I look at this.
Yeah.
That's why I say everything spirit. I believe in the God of life. You know what I mean, right? And I look at the tree like it represents us. Period.
Yeah.
That's what I look at.
Yeah.
And you know, this tree, man, been here for so long. It's all our lifeline is this tree. You know, so right now, you know, there was some people who was just the stem, now they the roots, you know what I mean? And you know, but it's all part of this tree. I don't believe nobody lives disconnected from this tree.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? And everything living to me means you part of this tree.
Yeah.
Because the definition of life to me is this tree. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's no me without you, you with it's impossible. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't give a damn if God gave you a vision to create an airplane.
Yeah.
You're only successful if you fly other people.
Right.
You're the only one on that plane. It's gonna wear out on us real quick.
What Wicked used to say at the show? He said, "I am you, you are me. Together we are one."
Yeah.
That's that same principle, man. It's like
He's just embedded in all of us.
understanding that we are not independent. It's impossible for us to be independent of each other. We are social beings. That's how God created us. So regardless if we gotta get away from each other sometime, you know, you getting on my nerve, I need to be to myself, I need to recharge my battery. But in reality, we need human interaction and human interactivity on whatever level it is. So all that old, I don't need nobody, I'm me, I'm one deep and all that, that's cool.
Impossible.
But it's impossible. It's impossible.
It's impossible. I'm talking about when you think about life,
Yeah.
it's only one opposite of that to me is death. There's no hanging in between that. You know what I mean? And you know, if you ain't connected to the tree, then what are you? You know what I mean? If you living, whether you're an alien, like another life form, we don't know where you come from.
Yeah.
Because if you live
Yeah.
in this world, you know what I mean, you part of that tree.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the tree of life, you know?
Yeah, and we are all from that creator, that one creator, that
Just
line.
one.
Yeah, just spread us out, you know. Spread us. But if he disperses us from this one entity, which is him, we disperse. But if it went in reverse, it's still gonna all come
We're gonna come back to the tree.
You know.
You know what I mean? Right now, that's the roots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and this is what because everything came with seeds that's living. You know what I mean? We say our seeds.
Yeah.
Everything that's living got seeds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I believe OGs, we seed planters, you know what I mean? And you know, it gotta be part of this tree. Everything come that with living to me, you know, so it's no branch that can just be missing. Like all life is the same, you know what I mean? And if we lose one part of this tree, it ain't as strong as it was.
Man, without a doubt, man. Without a
Yeah.
doubt. You got anything else, though, man? This brother here,
Man,
man.
I
I knew this interview was gonna go just like this.
Yeah.
I already knew it was gonna be exactly like this, bro. You got anything else?
Oh man, I'm just soaking it up, man.
I'm gonna have to when this drop, I'm gonna have to go back and study this.
Yeah.
See, it's like certain interviews you watch, other interviews you gotta study.
Yeah, the Chronicles
You know,
of
and this
j-Dawg.
gonna be one of the man, this brother, them start calling them the scroll.
Yeah.
The scroll is yeah, man.
I ain't sharpen iron, OG. I ain't lying to you. Y'all, this is y'all DNA. You know, I tell the homies a lot of times, man, you know, they be fed up with the way the little homies move. And sometimes, you know, I can hear what they saying without them saying the words. Sometimes they be basically saying, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meaning you can die, don't die. You know what I mean? And that part to me is something that, you know, I probably could see it, you know what I mean? And you know, everybody understand and give you the reason why how I feel. But God will never understand.
Nah.
He'll never understand.
And parents even do that to their own children. They wash their hands to it. We can't ever do that because we got to take our blame in whatever role we play in whatever the child is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know.
My God.
And that's what we make. Man, I can't say, y'all, this boy crazy. I can't do nothing with it. Like, well, you know, there's somewhere along the line that we slipped up that took him out of that innocent little child mode and turned him into whatever it is, you know, we viewing him as now. But whatever it is, that's not his true self. That's not her true self.
Nah.
You know.
I said that you made me think about one of the songs when I first came on.
Yeah.
Remember that on that Pac beat too? It's something about what you were saying, but I was on the opposite end of it at this time. I was the little homie feeling like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I said, you probably heard it, OG, is it the flow when I said, damn, I go. On that Pac beat.
Yeah.
You don't know. I gotta stay focused. That's what I keep telling myself. Don't stop now, young hog, you almost there. Fuck that pussy ass nigga, let that sucker go and make it. You wanna see you back on like that's right hand. You don't gotta bust his head, still gonna come dead. Nigga, as a hoe, now this kind gotta go. You came too far, let the small stuff grow.
I'm tripping and I already know.
It's the part that make me think.
Gotta keep
Back on the note, head on screwed, I prayed for this moment. Paid my dues, nobody ever gave me shit.
And that's cool.
The Bible say every man should work for his food.
Shit, I got the picture. Got out there with the niggas. Cut or hustle. And one talk to love. Money over everything. And when you starving, it's a dirty. Yeah. It's a dirty game.
My stomach stayed touching my back. It's one part that really made me think about it at the end. It ain't shit to glorify, but I wouldn't call myself a G if I could tell you why.
I can't call myself a story if I
can call myself a soldier if I have a story. Nigga, I can write a book called The Life of a Crook. But yeah, called it Godfrey right here. Have you ever seen a Christian turn banger? Have you ever seen a nigga so young, full of anger? 12 years old, strapping one in the chamber, crying. No tears on the eye, just the inside. Thanks to Sherms, them feelings still been died. And at first he just needed a hug. Now the homie need the man up above, somebody pray for him. The devil trying to win them over. Why you trying to call aloud? You should call Jehovah. Lock him up and create a monster. Cut him off from the word, that's what put him under. When he get free, he gonna want revenge. And he coming straight for them all to turn to me. Yeah. That's so old. I was in my teens. I'm 42 now. You know what I mean?
You know what's so crazy? See, if you don't tell me you wrote that back then, bro, that's today.
Yeah.
That's now, man.
Yeah, because the right now conversation made me think about it. Like that same little dude that you cutting out from, you know, you creating this monster now. You know what I mean? You might act like he ain't over there because you done put him, but he there. You know what I mean?
He there. He might visit you. He might revisit you. Man, you
gonna terrorize your kids.
As you were saying that, bro.
He gonna terrorize your children.
I'm thinking to myself, man, you one of the rappers who fall into this category. Never wasting words.
Yeah.
No words go to waste.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah. Every bar, every line comes from here, and it got a meaning. It got a
It got to be exactly what I just seen in my. I promise you. That's why it'll take me so long sometimes to do a verse. You know what I mean? Because when you said you read the same thing over and over until it's like in you.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I read the same way, and when I do the music. You know. Yeah. I remember I was reading in the Bible. I think it was the beginning of Revelations when the angel put, 1 foot on the sea and 1 foot on land, and it was John, St. John, I think, or was it James? No, it was John. He gave him the book, and the angel say, "Take this book, eat it. It's gonna taste bitter in your mouth. I mean, sweet in your mouth, but bitter in your stomach." And that's for some reason that stuck with me for so long. It made me feel like, that's when I started reading and feeling like it got to be it, like, and yeah, so with the music, it came out the same way. I just feel like, if I can't say it, unwrap it how I see it, then it's incomplete.
I know one of the tools that a lot of people use to bring people close together is just through relations. I can relate to that, and it brings me in. And your style is so relatable because you were talking about Pimp and the confidence, but these days a lot of people don't have the confidence just to be who they is. You know, or open that door to somebody who's a stranger. But that's the ministry that I see it.
Man, I can tell when a rapper lying.
Yeah.
When he's saying, you know, even sometimes when a rapper trying to say some real stuff, it's like, yeah, what he's saying is real, but it feels like he just saying what he feel he know he's
just putting it in his words.
Yeah.
It was told to him from somebody.
But from you, it's like this dude living that, dog. He feeling that. He feeling that. He feeling it because he feeling it, or he feeling it because he living it, or both. Yeah. You know, it strikes. It hit different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, that's a part of your gift, though.
Yeah,
you know, that's a part of your gift. You know, like you say, man. You say I stay in my feelings. I don't think you would be able to project it the way and connect the way you did if you didn't. Because you,
I'm
gotta get it.
Sure, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I recognize that, you know, early on too.
Yeah.
Because this is also, for the most part of my life, you know, it felt like a curse. Yeah, man.
You hadn't got a hold of it, understood it yet.
Yeah, man. How we on the war block, you know what I mean? You done put me in the leader position in any kind of way. How we on the war block naturally. Yeah. And I gotta give a damn. No, I'm talking about it's been time we finna go put in work. And I remember praying to God, saying, God, if you don't want them to die, don't let them be out.
Man.
You know what I mean? And you know, it was an irritating feeling because it wasn't matching up on, you know what I mean? But you know, it's like, why, you know what I mean, you give me this assignment and you know, why I got these feelings like this. You know what I mean? I done been, you know, in a bunch of relationships, but not a bunch, but you know, the ones I done been in, you know, most of them I had more emotions and more passion than the female, you know what I mean? So I believe that's why God allowed the gangster, you know what I mean? Because it balanced me out, you know what I mean? You know, I don't know too many people at all, no woman or man, that feelings like mine. I mean, I'm staying the motherfucker, you know?
I'm gonna tell you why ain't nothing wrong with that, because I think about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, this man right here. And that is one of the ways he's always been described by the people who are close to him, his student ministers and everybody that's close to him, is that he has that duality of that strong, powerful man, militant side that can speak truth to power and raise men up to be men, but at the same time still have that sensitivity to where he can connect with the sisters as well and have an understanding and a sensitivity to the struggles and the pain of other people. So that's a duality that you have. But what it is also is that sometimes our nature, our natural way, which we know is of God, it conflicts based on the environment that we come up in. So you having these feelings of love and concern and righteousness and care, but you in a hellish world and condition.
It just don't seem right.
It don't fit. So now you find yourself conflicted and trying to figure out, well, man, you know, just like you say, God, if you praying like, I'm still going through with this, but this not who I really am.
It's only because of you I'm doing.
Yeah, right. And see, but that's, I think God protects people who have that kind of spirit and understand, as opposed to the reckless, even though it's times in our ignorance where we was reckless, but he still covered us because he knew what purpose he had. But like, let me protect this fool now. Bullets flying everywhere. I don't want him touching. And then sooner or later you grow into the understanding, and then you look back like he was with me that whole time.
Yeah, that's been my whole life.
Yeah.
And usually my first job is send me directly to the reckless.
Yeah.
They your job now. Make sure they don't wreck. You know, your ass.
Right. Right.
And that's the feeling I get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's deep.
You know, nobody know better than you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Wow.
You know, 'cause most of the things God got me out of, no human being. Like, I just don't see no human being on earth having the power or the, capability to get me out of certain.
Yeah, it don't even make sense. Yeah.
This only could have been you.
Yeah, right.
Period.
Right.
And then a lot of times I ain't even asked you to do that.
Yeah.
But you must have been talking to my heart. I didn't even need, because I, probably didn't know how to come at you, dancing with that devil. And, sometimes, you just feel so disloyal, you don't even want to talk to God.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't deserve to even say nothing to you, you know what I mean?
Boy,
So
man.
then when you get a blessing, then you like, what the hell? This ain't nothing you work for.
Yeah, so it's only
All the work you done put in, you would have got the opposite as far as your paper. You know what I mean?
Man, they say the definition of grace is undeserved mercy.
Yeah.
And everything you saying, bro, you do certain things and you ashamed to talk to the very God that knew you was gonna do it before you even did it. Like, he already knew he was gonna do it before you knew you was gonna do it. But that, again, that comes from the connection that you have with your nature, and we just know right from wrong. Yeah. And one of the greatest qualities that a man or woman can have is the quality of remorse.
Yeah.
If you don't have a soul when you do wrong to be remorseful for it, then that's what sends you on that trajectory to destruction, because something in you has to check you to make you feel a certain way about what you did so bad that I can't do this no more.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't feel nothing, it's damn near like walking dead.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. You're a ticking time bomb. Yeah, but that, man,
It might
again.
be more beneficial on in the ground, because being in the world of the living and dead, it just don't seem like you can help none living out.
And you can actually hurt the living, because there's so many undeserved victims out there.
Definitely the enemy of living. You know what I mean? It might be the main fault.
Right.
And that's what I'm scared of with the words and the music too.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I think of outside of you not teaching. Like I can't name nothing else that you will be teaching than death. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you ain't for the living, I can't think of you being down with nothing but death. You can't make me believe I ain't down with the living and I ain't down with the death. You can't make me believe if you ain't pushing living.
one or the other.
Yeah, man.
Wise man can't serve two masters.
Exactly.
Wise words spoken, man. Bro, if you got anything you want to shout out, social media, anything, projects, come let them know.
Man, please, man. Everybody who follow me, go check out QMG President. You know what I mean? This is one of the hardest
Come step around real quick and just getting the sight of the camera real quick.
My section, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I already respect it. I already, it's natural. Just check him out. It's QMG _president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there he is right there, y'all.
100, y'all. 100.
For all the OGs out there and the little homies, man. Feed what you want to live, starve what you want to die.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean?
That's good right there.
There you go.
Yeah. Feed what you want to live.
And it cut deep, you know what I mean? Even with yourself, on if you feed that spiritual side, the other side gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you feed that other side, the spiritual side gonna die. They can't exist together. Life and death don't exist together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So feed what you want to live, starve what you want to die.
Man, this dude here, man. Like I say, I'm gonna study this interview, so I can relearn and redigest some of the things that I've heard J-Dawg say today, man. I mean, like I said earlier, this interview was just like I envisioned it to be. Because I knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it, bro.
Go to LG when we came together.
Yeah, bro. But you have been an example of how to show people that you can be, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm still right here with my people.
Humble,
Humble in spirit and still not leaving my people, man, all the way up to, man, bring my brother up and let him be seen, and that, just that giving spirit, bro. Don't ever lose that. And you know, anytime you need your big brother, you know, don't hesitate. You know, hit him.
Likewise.
I love you too, family. You know what it is. Man, look, bro. Hey, man, I didn't want this one to end, man. You know, we can't go to 5 in the morning. But you know, we'll definitely bring our brother back at some point. But
and we're gonna keep him uplifted in prayer as he go out there.
Man. And look, and I want him to keep us uplifted in prayer.
There you go.
See, you know, he like I say, he just had that spirit, bro. That
You gotta protect him.
it's heavy, man. Yeah, it's man. This the real deal right here, man.
Man, man, you know, one of my biggest fears for the longest, man, when I see them and they like me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's damn near like I get a feel, like damn.
Right.
Because I know if you God send you my way is my job.
Yeah.
But I know the same shit that we call talented and the same shit that we love to hear.
Yeah.
I know if that's your truth, that's the same shit killing you daily.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't want the same thing to happen to them.
Yeah.
You know, that's been happening to me. You know, I had disconnected so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really in my mind, trying to protect my mental,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, you can feel, you know, crazy, you know what I mean, when God talking to you and telling you certain things, and we done grew up in this worldly way of thinking, but we make our own plans,
Yeah.
and you know, it's real dangerous for people who got that kind of heart, you know what I mean, so big anybody can jump in it,
Yeah.
you know. But this is actually one of the most important jobs, you know what I mean, that you'll have on this earth.
Right.
You know, however, boy, if you don't protect it right, and man, it'll be like a curse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, the feelings, you gotta control them, you know.
But
I love to hear artists like us that's real passionate and really in their feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm scared. I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have to find the balance and control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every song that anybody that came to my show and told me they cried, listen to it, I'm watching them cry. I cried the whole time I did the song.
Yeah.
It don't never be a song that I didn't cry already.
Yeah.
You know, so it's damn near like when I'm telling my pain, all the deaths and the betrayal and the hurt and the pain, that's what's helping somebody. That's shocking, man.
Wow.
It's like a person hear that song forever and a day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad in the funeral home.
Yeah.
I'm mad because y'all ain't representing this man right.
Yeah.
And we, you know, but they'll come to me and say that forever and a day got me through my mama death. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm telling my pain.
Right.
And what you got out of it helped you go through, and it's shocking.
But the reason, because that forever today shows how much you care.
Yeah.
You know, when you go through there, you waited to the last 15 minutes. You're like, man, I ain't
And I'm not dead still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm telling the story, it make you feel like you can get through it.
And he ain't there what y'all crying for. He living. I'm right here, saying you.
Right. But you gotta go through it to get it. It's just like with the loyalty, it's a big thing for me.
Me too. Yeah.
But I also feel like, from what I learned through my experiences, that the only reason I done been betrayed so much is because I'm loyal.
Yeah.
I don't think you can honestly say you've been betrayed by somebody who you're not loyal to.
Come on.
Or you can be loyal without being betrayed.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it come together, you know what I mean? If you weren't loyal to this person, then it don't make sense if you say they betrayed you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had to be loyal to even get betrayed.
Yeah.
I mean, and boy, that's how I feel with that music.
Yeah.
You know, the people who I'm talking about that died, that helped you get through your death, I'm grateful for that. But if I could bring them back, nigga, you would have never got that song. Nigga, a song like that, nigga, that was not no happy moment.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how we can, you know, tell our story and they still get at the end of it. You know what I mean? They get to make them feel like
Picture this here. Picture somebody being in like a book club.
Yeah.
Everybody is assigned to read the same book. We all supposed to read the same book, but at the end of reading the book, somebody gonna ask, everybody's different assessment of the book, and you're gonna get different views and different. I think this what the book meant to me.
Yeah.
This what the book
This is
meant.
what I seen.
That's what it is when you talk about those songs. You lay it out. Nobody understands where you was coming from and what you meant more than the writer itself. But somebody gonna pull something out of it that's gonna mess your head up. Like that's what you got out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and whether you intended that or
happen all
not,
the
it's
time.
like, man, that's amazing. Because people could make you see your own work in a way that you didn't even.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
like-
talking about. Cause all you gotta do is plant the seed. You remember, it's still more to the process.
Right.
It gotta be watered. It got all that.
Yeah.
But your job was to plant the seed.
Yeah.
So when you see when God put His part on it, you
Yeah.
say like, wow.
Man,
Yeah.
man, amazing.
You know,
bro.
person cut one day it's a show in Galveston. This lady, she was up there. She said, "I'm talking about." She got the recipe shirt on.
Yeah.
The baby, you know what I mean? She crying and, you know, come to find out, you got this on because the funeral was that day.
Man.
And to nobody, especially a mama, nobody was seen right to anybody understanding, even going out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? To a show
Right.
at a time like this.
Right.
But you went because of who you was going to
That's
see and
right.
what you was going to
And
do.
you was going. I know I'm finna get something out of seeing this man.
So I know I'm in debt with you.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, but this is a debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I believe we just owe that. You know what I mean? We all in debt to one another.
And everybody process their pain different ways, man. You know,
Man.
so it's not my place to determine how you should
How you
mourn.
handle it, know
Yeah,
what I
how
mean?
you handle it. I can't do that. Going to see j-Dawg might be just
That's
what she needed,
and I
bro.
understood that. I knew even if you didn't get what you needed and I failed you, Lord forbid, you know what I mean? I knew God was letting me know that you wasn't here for no other reason
Yeah,
but to share that same pain.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? You wasn't no party and you crying the whole time.
yeah, yeah,
There was no party, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, and you came and to know that I got this kind of, you know what I mean, job.
Man, man.
You gotta know that when they in the stage, I mean, in their crowd, man, you gotta know.
Yeah.
It could be somebody who, this is your job.
Yeah.
Nigga, she only here because,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, nigga, she suicidal probably right,
Right.
now. I lose
Right.
my child,
Right.
I'm just, it'll be closest to death that you'll see me
Yeah.
outside the casket.
Yeah.
I mean, so, you know, she only went for that.
Yeah.
And when I got up that stage and held her, she couldn't say hardly no words.
Yeah.
She was crying so hard.
That's,
But
yeah.
I understood everything you were saying.
Yeah.
Like it was tongues or something. You didn't have to say no words.
Yeah.
And I understood everything you were saying.
She came for a reason. She got what she
And she got what she can.
and she needed that. You know,
Right, right.
Because again, who has the strength on the loss of their child to still even want to get up and do all that? You don't have that intestinal. It ain't even in you.
Yeah.
But she.
And it ain't that you taking it better than everybody else. Now you
Nah.
taking it hard as ever.
Nah.
But you came for something.
Nah.
I owed you.
Right.
You came to get better.
Yeah.
You didn't come but to party, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I owed you.
Yeah.
And I knew, you know what I mean, even before I had, you know what I mean, everything, the whole story down and what was going on, God let me know that I'm in debt to you when I seen you crying over there. I knew it.
Man.
I knew it. And it was, if I would have seen her leave out that club, I would have stopped the show.
Right.
Hey, hold on before you leave. You know what I mean?
Right.
I knew I owed her.
I gotta give you something.
I owe you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. That's a
That's
good
deep,
man.
yeah.
Understand.
And the assignment, yeah.
Understanding your assignment,
Yeah.
man. And a lot of us go through life and never figure that out, bro. You know, God bless the man who learns his purpose, man, and understands what his purpose is. We thank you again, bro. You know, and this ain't gonna be the last time, man. Inshallah.
Man, please.
So, and like I said, anything you need from us, you know, don't hesitate.
I need both of these books.
Done.
Done.
Done deal, man, without a doubt. You know, it's a funny story in this book right here, man. You know, I talked about a fight that I got into like
Okay.
in '93.
All
You
right.
know, I was involved with this female, and she had a child, and I got into it with her baby daddy. You know what that fight was?
What's that?
In Garden City.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is 1993, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. And I talk about it in the book. I didn't say where it was, but it was like,
I was 12 years old.
I was 23, 24, you know, and it just but that's the funny thing. That's what I thought about
crazy.
when you was bringing it. I get
I
this
would have
book.
called the Mario right
It's
there.
crazy, man. And
You
I
ever
don't
tell
know.
the Mario that?
I never told nobody that I put it. I didn't put Garden City in the book,
Yeah.
but
Man,
that's
you
where
gotta
I was.
have another
That's
copy
where I was.
somewhere in the trunk or something. I need to leave the keys, man. You gotta have
Look,
another
this
copy.
is what I'm gonna do. I'll get you one this week if I gotta give you my copy.
I need both of them, though, 'cause
Okay,
I gotta
I'll
read
try. I
the
gotta restock on both of them, but I don't know if I got one of these laying around. If I do, I got you. But I know I got a copy. I'm gonna make sure I get
How
that.
far
to
you from here? How far?
I'm in Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. You up there? You got one of these on deck, man?
I don't think I got one of those on deck.
All these gonna be balls.
Yeah.
All of them.
Explain it. Anything you see in black, see how it's in dark print
The
right
bars.
there?
Those are bars.
That's those are bars. I'm
This
breaking
explaining
down.
what
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bars.
yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, straight up, man.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I might have to take the chip off your old.
I'm gonna make it happen for you this week. Word is bond.
There
You
you
know what I'm saying? That's on my word.
You don't lie,
I
man.
know.
See, you don't lie.
Hey man, look man, j-Dawg, bro,
Your
look,
house.
best one hands down
Yeah.
so far,
For
bro.
sure.
You know, without a doubt, man. We so thankful. Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the name speaks for itself. Your big brother k-rino.
And your boy Keith Stove.
He got it at the end. We started off shaky, man.
Look.
It's coming
Look,
together.
my wife dying and having one pregnant, right? They was going to induce it Monday. I said, you got to keep that baby up in there. We got j-Dawg too.
j-Dawg coming through. Hold your place, young
I
fella.
said, hold on.
Did the baby hold up?
He hold his spot.
We're going to get him
When you know it's meant, man.
Say,
You know
man.
it's meant.
Hold your place. We got j-Dawg coming.
I said, we get induced tomorrow. But yeah, man, this
Man, you know
more
what's
than
crazy,
worth it.
man?
Yeah.
I just thought about
Yeah.
my whole life, even young, coming up in the bricks, making the OG proud was damn near. And this might sound sick to people who don't understand, but for us, it was damn near the same effect to make mama proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When OG smile and give you that
Yeah.
nod of
Yeah.
confirmation,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So when I hear, even now, when I hear OGs
Yeah.
say what y'all saying, man, it give me chills,
But
man.
you know
I'm
that-
grateful.
That's like, that's just the same sort of experience or feeling you would get if your dad was proud of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
so
what-
we just substitute the dad
Yeah,
for OG.
and that's it. That show you right there, if you're listening,
Yeah.
that's confirmation that's your job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you'll never catch no nigga who had his daddy in his life talking about he got an OG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most niggas say I don't got no OG because their daddy was there.
Right.
Yeah, but OG is important.
Yeah,
Father figure.
without a doubt, because another thing, it's like a rite of passage. It's like, cause yeah, you know, I'm over a decade older than you,
That's all that's
but
right.
what happens is you climb the ladder into your own OG status.
Yeah.
Right.
So you in the room now,
Right.
and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you know, like that. See, that's how I looked at Wicked Cricket. Wicked Cricket was my OG. You know, Wicked Cricket was a dude who, when I was young, we used to see him, and it was like seeing whoever the most popular celebrity rapper that's out
Right,
there.
and
It's
that
like,
nigga put
he
that
was
shit
local,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Even
all
if he
the
was
way-
playing basketball.
Yeah.
oh man, don't even get me started on the Wicked Cricket
Right,
basketball. You know, that's when we argued the most when we played ball. We was
Yeah.
good in the time that, but Wicked Cricket was point guard and telling you.
But the coach is the main thing he was doing,
Yeah.
man. He want to coach the whole game. Yeah, we cricket was.
I was back when he used to play. You know, I had to deal with him on the court. But the thing is that he never stopped being my OG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So cricket been gone, which is really crazy, man. Cricket been gone almost 10 years now.
Man, that's
Like
damn
2015.
unbelievable too.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's been that fast.
Wow.
Matter of
So
fact, we just did that last birthday, or was it
Yeah.
when he died? We did the shit on enough at the club for him.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, time be flying, man. But he was I was in my 40s,
Mhm.
but he was still my OG. So that never changes because it don't matter how old you get. Just like y'all was talking about with parents, mama gonna always be mama, daddy gonna always be daddy, and you gonna always have a sense of vulnerability when you get around your parents. That because that if you had those kind of parents, that protection, that feeling, you don't care how old you, no matter how old you are.
But if you lose any of that, you gonna know it.
You're gonna know it. And so when our OGs come around, it don't matter how much work we done done, how many records sold, shows, all this stuff here. Somebody that you view like that, your whole demeanor changes. Like, man,
gotta be.
And
the OGs you can relate, and they can relate to you sometimes way better than what your pops can, because sometimes it's a disconnect. You know,
it's different fields. We in different fields.
So many generations.
Pops can't tell you about the rap game and how that goes on. You know, if he wasn't immersed in that, so you get different things from different sources.
Yeah, you do.
You know, so that's how they work, man. It's
that old saying to take a village.
Right,
that's it.
Right,
Yeah, that's
right. Zero said a line a long time ago. He said, "Street military is my father."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that means. It's like, man, it don't just take one thing to raise you. Man, your process of being raised came from multiple sources
that you can relate to.
Man, I got a new song I'm gonna try to hear because you just said that.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt with my pop. My whole life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like, this gotta be my father, you know what I mean? Because
And the crazy thing, he was 25.
Yeah, I'm around people with daddies.
Yeah.
And all this shit they say, the special shit that they said they get, you know what I mean, from having their dad, I got some that special shit, but it came from Pop, you know what I mean? Yeah, he was, you know, and it's crazy to have that influence over me like that. You know what I mean? He would never know, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the seeds.
Yeah.
Man, that's why you gotta be careful, man, because, man, in the projects, if you was a stepdaddy that was a real one, you was the all-time quarterback for all of them.
Right.
You wrestle with your stepson, you wrestle with all of them. You know what I mean? So you had to be all our stepdaddy. You know what I mean? And you know.
It was much needed, man. Man, we out of here, man. Much love, man. What's up, man? It's your big brother k-rino, and check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. And man, look, we got some merch that's gonna blow y'all mind. It's gonna blow y'all. When y'all see the merch, y'all gonna be wanting to just dive through the screen.
We got some coming for you, man. We building, man. We building. So watch that as we grow.
Already.
I wonder if they ready. They ain't ready to have this conversation. Or these kind of conversations. But guess what? We gonna have them anyway. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.